Hi everyone. With everything going on, I had to step away. It became way too much. My mental health started to suffer, and that's why you haven't seen any uploads from me recently. This is a reality that I live with as a black woman daily. There are things that I can't do, and I'm not going to go through the list, that people can do without thinking. I had a conversation with my roommate some months ago because I lived in New York. I had a driver's license, but I didn't need my car because of public transit. Out here in California, I do need a car, and I'm terrified to drive because I will have to be hyper vigilant. I will have to make sure my registration never expires. I will have to make sure that I never drive with expired tags. I have to make sure that all of my blinkers and lights, headlights, everything needs to be on par. I need to make sure I drive as fast or as slow as needed so that I'm not pulled over because I don't want to end up as a hashtag. I plan on moving to Santa Clarita in the coming years, and I know that that is considered a nicer area than where I live now. And I live with the fear that somebody is going to see me coming home from work and stop me because I don't look like I belong there. I know a lot of people want to believe we live in a post-racial society, but we do not. There is overt and systemic oppression that takes place every single day. As I said, this is a reality that we live with. And the killing of George Floyd was the final straw. The one thing that gives me hope is that I am seeing people speak out who have never spoken out before. My friends and my faves. And that signals to me that change is coming. As I've taken the weekend to check my own mental health and my physical health, as that's been struggling as well. And I believe it's from the stress of everything, from COVID to personal issues to this. I'm thinking about what I can do personally to make a change. I've signed petitions, I've donated, I've reached out to friends, I've made sure that everybody is tracking, everybody is doing the best that they can. I've shared resources because not everybody is built for the same things. Not everybody can march. Not everybody has the means to donate. Not everybody knows where to begin. I will provide links down in my description box. I'm still going to, after this video, take a little bit more of a break. Hopefully by this weekend, my strength will have returned and I will come back more fierce and more ferocious, because the one thing that I cannot do is stop. I cannot let this defeat me. I truly believe that I was put here for a purpose. As my channel continues to go on, I will share stories of how I believed I was saved. The most recent one was me being here in California right before COVID-19 became a thing. Because if I was still in New York, I would have no job, I would have no money, I would be destitute. And that's just one of the ways that I've been propped up by the universe and by my ancestors. Because I have a voice, and I'm going to use it. Yes, I believe in equality for all. And the truth of the matter is, all lives can't matter until Black lives do. And we have been shown since the moment my people were brought upon these shores that we don't. See, this is not just our problem. And our, I mean Black people. We did not start this. We were brought over as slaves. We were written into documents by this government, considered 3/5 a human being. We were raped. We were experimented on. We were used as entertainment. if you look on my channel, you'll see that I have a video where I talk about head wraps. During the Reconstruction, when black people were allowed to roam free, our hairstyles became very elaborate. And this is documented history. White women were so afraid that white men would become attracted to black women because of their hair that they asked their husbands to advocate for laws demanding that black women cover their hair before they leave the house. Our hair had to be covered in public. It's sad that in 2019 and 2020, laws had to be put on the books to make it illegal to discriminate against natural hairstyles. That is the type of thing I'm talking about. That is the type of systemic oppression that still exists in the 21st century. A lot of people were shocked to realize that this past May 31st was the 99th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre, the near eradication of what was known as Black Wall Street. It was used as a storyline on the HBO series Watchmen. Nobody dreamt that up. That actually happened. We were pushed down during the Reconstruction. We were forced to submit to Jim Crow laws, being sent to separate but not equal schools, not receiving the same education as our Caucasian counterparts. Redlining is still a thing. That's why ghettos still exist. Read up on white flight. I've had to have some very hard conversations. Thankfully, on my own Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter feeds, I haven't seen a ton of ignorance. I've seen people clapping back at ignorance, but I haven't seen it from the people that I consider friends. And for that, I am incredibly thankful. I see people waking up. I see people taking a stand. I see people shouting it from the mountaintops, enough. And that gives me hope. So what I want to do right now is I want to read what I hope is a message of hope for my people and for others who feel downtrodden in these times. This is by renowned Black poet Maya Angelou. May she continue to rest in peace and power. Still, I rise. You may write me down in history with your bitter, twisted lies. You may trod me in the very dirt, but still, like dust, I rise. Does my sassiness upset you? Why are you so beset with gloom? 'Cause I walk like I've got oil wells pumping in my living room. Just like moons and like suns, with the certainty of tides, just like hopes springing high, still, I'll rise. Did you want to see me broken? Bowed head and lowered eyes, shoulders falling down like teardrops, weakened by my soulful cries. Does my haughtiness offend you? Don't you take it awful hard, 'cause I laugh like I've got gold mines digging in my own backyard. You may shoot me with your words, you may cut me with your eyes, you may kill me with your hatefulness, but still, like air, I'll rise. Does my sexiness upset you? Does it come as a surprise that I dance like I've got diamonds at the meeting of my thighs? Out of the huts of history's shame, I rise. Up from a past that's rooted in pain, I rise. I'm a black ocean, leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak that's wondrously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise. I rise. I rise. Black lives matter. We will rise.